Sing along if you feel my flow. Come on, sing this song. He has a plan in Jesus' name. He has his hand on our brand. Living and growing together. We can make it through any weather. So come along, don't be scared. Hands in the air if you're feeling the flow. Sing along with the song. Hey, life streaming together. Life streaming together. Sing along if you feel my flow.
Yeah, I'm just a brother out here in the hood trying to do some good to strengthen our community. Yeah, that's what I'm about. And not only that, we try to use all the gifts that God has given us, being creative, to make the message relevant to everyone. And finally, man, I'm a preacher. I love to preach. I got 99 problems. Preaching ain't one.
We go. Are you picking up or putting down? Somebody say hello, feel is home. You know how we do it in this space. We try to get our healing. Hey, it's Wade's word of the day. Wade's word of the day. Wade's word of the day. Wade's word of the day.
Man, what is going on, everybody? What is going on? Y'all know what it is. It's Wade's Word of the Day. Yes, Wade's Word of the Day. I'm so excited, so grateful, and so thankful to be hanging out with each and every one of you on this evening. Y'all know what it is. First, hey, take your finger, let it do the typing, and I need you to text, tag, and tell somebody. Tell them to come on into the space. I see you, the baddest man in guitar land. We on the same page. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So, hey, come on, invite somebody into the space. Let's talk. Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's chat. We got a wonderful word on tonight. I'm excited about it. I'm ready to share it. But yeah, are you ready to participate? Come on, check in. Let me know how you're doing, how you're feeling, what's going on with you. Ray, what's going on? Verlin Barnes, what's going on? Good to see you tonight. Come on, everybody, come on into the room, if you don't mind. Make your way into the room. Let's go. Let me share this out real quick as well. All right. Who else is hanging out with us on tonight? Good to see you. Good to see you. Y'all know in this space, we don't tear down, we lift up, we encourage, we speak to those things that speak to us. What's up, Nina Holmes? Good to see you tonight. Shakira Wade, good to see you tonight as well. Yeah, text, tag, and tell somebody. Tell them to come on in. Yeah, come on in the room. Come on in the room. So, yeah, we believe this to be a healing space. And so, hey, it's just friends hanging out for about 30, 40 minutes, just talking, just sharing, collaborating, communicating, all of that good stuff. So I want to hear from you first off. I want to know how you're doing, how you've been feeling, what's going on with you. Just take your finger, type it in the comment section. Make sure that you're greeting one another as you come into the space. We think that's important. And then finally, get in the space where you understand, hey, no stinking thinking. Yeah, just positivity in this room. Make sure you know, what to tell your haters to put it where? Way back there. Yeah, put all that stuff behind you. We ain't studying that. Can't nobody block us, stop us from moving in the purpose and the plan that God has for our life. And then finally, we're not operating in fear. We're operating in faith. Yeah, we're operating in faith. So go ahead. Yeah, share it on out. Tell some folk to come on in the room. Maxine Howard, we see you tonight. Thank you for coming in the room as well. Y'all ready to get started? Because I'm ready to get started. But before I get started, I need you to tag somebody. Come on, don't be shy. Don't be scared. You say they're your friends. Say they subscribe. Go ahead. Invite them on in. Tell them to come in. It's simple. At their name. That's it. That's all you got to do. That's how you tag them. Tell them to come on into the space tonight. I'm going to do what I'm asking you all to do. Y'all bear with me. Yeah, because I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do the same thing. All right. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Here's the thing. If you are going to accomplish anything, if you've heard people, talk about getting on their grind. I'm going to get going. I want to create this. I want to start that. But here's the thing. You can't accomplish anything if you don't first start. Yes, certainly, I get what the Bible says when it says, you ought to count the cost first. No one wants to get started on the building, if you will, that they cannot finish. But I guarantee you'll never finish a building if you never start. If you want to accomplish anything in your life, there comes a time when you've got to stop talking about it and you got to be about it. You've got to put the work in. You've got to get on your grind. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here is one truth you need to understand. You can lose money, but you have the capacity to get that money back. But the one thing that you can never get back is time. Contrary to what the representative said, I'm reclaiming my time. In the real world, you cannot reclaim your time. The only thing you can't get back is time. And so I would suggest that now is the right time to get started. I agree with the statement that simply says something like this: if you don't devour now, you will not be able to divide later. Let me say that again. If you don't devour now, you will not be able to divide later. Because we was built, it's something interesting about what God says at the beginning. He says, I'm giving you dominion. I'm giving you the capacity and the capability to conquer. Be fruitful, multiply, right? And so if you don't get busy moving in your purpose, moving in your passion, moving in your dreams, you're going to look up and time will have passed you by. So that's number one, man. Get started. Get started. Stop talking about it, whatever it is. Get started. Get started. But then also understand, here's number two. Number two, I've got to get started, but understand that this is not a sprint. No. It's not a sprint. It's more like a slow walk. And so if you're going to move in your purpose and your passion and your dreams, you need to understand that it's going to require some patience on your behalf, and it's going to require some patience from those who are around you. I say it like this all the time. So many people quit on the dream before they give the dream the time that it needs to marinate. Most people leave before the miracle shows up. You will be amazed at how folk will start in their expectations, because you're giving vision, you're casting dreams, and their expectation is, oh, well, in 30 and 60 and 120 days, we're going to be walking into our promise. No, it really doesn't work like that. I would be honest, really, to get in full stream in terms of your dream. Now, obviously, there are these exceptions, but it takes about 10 years to really build Yeah, it takes 10 years to really build. And in that 10 years, you're gonna have to show up in some spaces and some places that others would be like, why are you going there? Why you doing that? But I would say this, that anything above zero, you're doing well. So if you have a product, and you're invited to go to a space and they're saying a whole bunch of people are going to show up and only 5 people show up, can I suggest to you that anything above zero is good? So you keep showing up, you keep presenting. I remember my first preaching encounters, preaching moments. Literally, I was charged with preaching Sunday night service when I lived out west. And to be quite honest, if 3 people showed up on Sunday night, that was a blessing. Because anything above zero, you're doing good. And so what I learned by speaking to those 3 people, I learned how to develop my craft. Because when you only kind of speaking to 3 people, you can't be fake, you can't be phony. You don't have all of the little extra ambience that I kind of walk into now. You have to, I learned by showing up, mastering my craft, learning how to really communicate. And I said to myself, if I could speak to those 3 folk, there's not going to be anything to speak to larger crowds, because I developed my craft in probably some of the toughest audience, which is the small crowds. So anything above zero, you're doing well. So you have to be a little patient with yourself, be a little patient with your team, because this dream is going to require commitment. And anybody who would try to convince you that, it's going to happen overnight, even an overnight success is not necessarily an overnight success. Because a lot of people don't realize what has been going on behind the scenes, all of the work that they have been putting in before somebody finally discovered them. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So your dream, your passion, your goals are going to require some patience and some commitment. Because sometimes you're not going to reap the benefit of it quickly. And like I said, typically to build out the thing that you are believing for, that you are operating in, to really get flowing, it really takes about 10 years. And people don't understand what we're walking into now, what I'm walking into now. What I'm walking into now, what I'm doing now, this has been germinating, if you will, marinating over the course of like 20 years. And so what you learn is, man, I've got to be a little patient with my dream. I got to be committed to my dream. Don't allow anybody to move you from your dream, to cause you to give up on your dream. Then stop looking around at other folk and work your dream. Because sometimes we're so busy comparing, trying to compare, that we lose sight of what we're supposed to be doing. So stay committed, be patient, trust God, do the little things. It's amazing to me now, sometimes just trying to get, people don't understand that I spent years behind the scenes, cleaning up churches, being a part of the setup, tear down crew. And now, they see me on this side of it, and they don't understand all of that stuff that I was doing, what I was going through before any of the stuff that you see now happens. And we got folk who don't want to do the little things. They want to be quick. They want to be quick. center stage because they see your glory, but they don't know the story. They don't know it took sweat and it took tears and it took your heart being broken and it took starting over again and it took staying committed. It took sometimes even spending your last dollar to keep your passion and your dream and your purpose going. So just do the little things because the little things matter. It's consistency. And so what trips me out is at the beginning of the year, everybody trying to go to the gym. Everybody, I'm working out, I'm getting it together. And the first of the year, folks show up in the gym, they spend 4 hours in the gym, 4 hours in the gym, failing to realize you don't get in shape, you don't get stronger, you don't build out muscle by one setting in the gym. The truth of the matter is you really don't build out muscle or get stronger by doing a whole bunch of reps. No, you build it out by doing the reps right. So for somebody who would do 100 push-ups wrong, that person who will do 10 good push-ups every day, if you look at them in the space of 6 months, the person who did 10 good push-ups every day versus the person who bust out 100 push-ups and they didn't do it right, you'll see the difference. It's about doing the small things right and doing them consistently. Are you picking up what I'm saying? So it's not so this person who says, I want to get myself in shape, and they go to the gym one time and they running and they sweating and all of that stuff. No, you're not going to get to your goal because the truth of the matter is you can't out exercise what you put in your body. So there's consistency. It's not only working out, but then it's also eating right. And that's how your dream works. That's how your dream works. It's not just one thing. It's about doing all of these little things consistently that will help build out your dream, move you into your passion, and move you towards your goal. I tell the story all the time about the sock on the floor when I talk about doing things right. I don't know if you've ever been there, but have you ever, been somewhere? It could even be you, but I give the example of the sock on the floor. Oftentimes, you may see, the sock is on the floor and you come in and you say, hey, I'm going to get that sock off the floor later. Next day comes, you see the sock on the floor. You say, hey, I'm going to pick that sock up later. By the end of the week, you don't even see that sock no more. Because now it has become a part of the furniture. You don't even see it. You don't even see that it's out of order, that it shouldn't be there because consistently you didn't remove it. And now it's a part of the furniture. And you only become aware of it again when somebody from the outside comes in and points out your sock. Now, here's the crazy thing. Oftentimes what happens when that happens, somebody from the outside comes, points out your sock. Now you all in your feelings. When if you would have just consistently done the little small things. And then finally, do what you love. Find something that you love and rock in that. Not a whole bunch of things that you love. Find that one thing that you love and get real good at that. Whatever that passion is, find that one thing that you love and get good at that. If it's, I want to be a communicator, find out everything that you can find out about communicating, the different types of communication. Get in Toastmasters, all of these different things. If that's what you want to do, if you want to be a content creator, you got to find out everything about building content. See, it ain't just about sitting in front of a camera and talking. It's about understanding how cameras work. It's about lighting. It's about all of that. It's about video editing. Find something that you love and get so good at it. Yeah. And then finally, let me say it like this. The truth of the matter is, in most cases, the only way that you win is when you face the fact that sometimes you lose. And that every failure towards your goal, towards your destiny, is teaching you something. And so never look at failure as being something that blocks me or stops me or prevents me from accomplishing my task. No, it just taught you don't do it that way. Find another way to do it. Failure is in the business of teaching lessons. And so as you go through this ebb and flow, as you're moving towards your dream and your purpose, you're going to hit some stumbling blocks. Don't let those things derail you, but learn from them and keep pushing. Because here is the thing, most people, when you hit that stumbling block, they will tell everybody and their mama, well, it's done for him. But you have to be convinced, no, it's not, because I'm just getting started. And I learned not to do that. And one setback will not stop me from moving towards my purpose, accomplishing my dreams, fulfilling my goals, and being all that I have been created to be. So you got to convince yourself of that, because as you begin to talk about your dream like Noah did, I'm building this ark. God told me to build this ark. All these folk who came around him think he crazy because he's talking about it's going to rain. These folk ain't never seen rain. And here's the thing, when God bursts something down on the inside of you, oftentimes the folk that you are dealing with can't see it. They can't see it. And some of them have been assigned to convince you that you need to drop it, that you need to let it go. Oh, boy, you ain't never going to do that. Oh, girl, you ain't going to never accomplish that. Just let that go. You ought to stop dreaming like that. You can never accomplish that. I want to say something. If you're a little older, it's never too late to get started. It's never too late to begin to push towards your dreams. But know this, never allow anyone to tell you that you can't accomplish what God has put down on the inside of you. I'm done tonight. This word has added value to you. Every night we said, hey, just text, tag, and tell somebody. Invite somebody, share it. Tell them, oh, you need to listen to this tonight. I believe that it'll bless you. Yeah, bless you real good. Yeah. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. That's all we ask for you to do in this space. And you notice something, I ask you to do that every night. Why? Because I'm being consistent. Because I want you to share this content. Because just like you showed up, and just like you're being blessed by it, you ought to share it so that somebody else can be blessed by it as well. Because we have been created to be conduits, not just to keep the blessings to ourselves, but the blessings flow through us as we bless others. And as we bless others, blessings come to us. That's how it works, y'all. That's really how it works. So if you've been blessed, make sure that you share the blessing so that God can bless you some more. Yeah, that's how it works. That's how you get to that place of overflow. Because as you release, God releases. Is anybody picking up what I'm putting down tonight? I done dropped some real good nuggets tonight. Make sure that you share it out. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you can hit that stars button and bless the ministry. Every time you hit that stars button, basically represents 1 penny. So 50 stars is just basically 50 cents. So if you want to bless the ministry, hit that stars button a couple times. Bless us so that we can keep on doing what we have been called to do. All right. So let's go out this way. I love y'all so much. Let me know if you're feeling this one. Here we go.
Now listen, I got this little song called But God. It's 2 words. I need you to help me. Bob your head like this. Let's have a good time. Come on. Listen. Every time I think that I'm all by myself. Yes. I just look up in the sky, and that's where I find my help. You might think that you've got it all worked out, and you think that everything's okay. Yeah. There ain't nothing that you've done to deserve His mercy and His grace. Ooh, it's real simple. Help me out, y'all. You were about to lose everything, but God. That's the whole song. Help me. When the doctor said any day,
But God.
I need to hear y'all in the balcony. Let's go.
Hey!
And the devil tried to test your faith.
But God.
Now say it for me 4 times back to back.
But God.
Yeah.
But God.
It was nobody.
But God. But God.
Give
Hey!
me one.
I gotta get out of here. Y'all know what it is. It's Wade's
You
Word
should
of the Day. I'm
still
your host,
be
Pastor
alive.
Ivy Wade. We're here every night, Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. I love y'all so much. Make sure that you text
That
tell somebody to come on
did
hang out
you
with your
pass
boy.
last
We love
night?
you so much.
It was
Come on, y'all,
meant
fill it
to
up.
take
Come on,
your
hey.
life.
Hey.
Oh,
One time, here we go.
This is my favorite part of
Come
the
on.
whole song. Listen. It would have been you in the grave. Could have been you with the pain.
Hey.
When the judge said 20 to life,
Hey.
he should have been calling your name, but there ain't nothing that you done to deserve His mercy and His